If you've been thinking about investing in real estate but are still hesitating, this video might inspire you to make up your mind. Investing in real estate is one of the most intimidating but profitable investment ventures you can get into. And the truth is, doing real estate can be a bit risky, but if you do it right, you might just end up being like one of the success stories we will discuss. You've probably heard about Donald Bren or Lee Shao-Key, but several real estate investors you probably don't know about have achieved billionaire status too. Keep watching until the end of the video because we will talk about 5 secret real estate billionaires in the world. A lot of people have found success through investing in real estate. Still, these people stood and did it better than almost everyone else and have managed to create a sizable business empire from their real estate investments. The billionaires we will discuss might not be the biggest earners in their game, but they have been featured in esteemed business journals like Forbes and Bloomberg. But who exactly are these secret real estate billionaires? How did they achieve their wealth or status today? And what can we learn from them? Sam Zell. This billionaire's story is truly one for the books because if his parents couldn't migrate to the US 4 months before Zell was born, we might not be talking about him today. Sam Zell is of Polish descent, and his family escaped to the US during World War II to escape the German invasion. Even early on in his life, Zell had a knack for business and knew how to gauge what was in demand, get a hold of the product, and successfully market it to make the most profit. So when he got the opportunity to invest his time in the real estate business fully, he took it and left his job as a lawyer. This would be the best decision he will ever make because he was among the first people to see the earning potential in buying real estate in Reno, Nevada. However, his climb to the top was a little questionable because there were instances where he tried to avoid paying his tax liabilities to the government. Zell also takes advantage of businesses that are about to fail and buys them out for cheap. Nonetheless, Zell built a largely successful company called Equity Lifestyle Properties and Zell Merrill Lynch Real Estate Opportunity Partners Funds. And when it comes to the things that helped him become a successful investor and achieve almost $6.2 billion in net worth, here's what he had to say. Taking risks today for tomorrow's reward is both the most challenging and difficult of tasks. Unbridled optimism must be tempered with reality, and some might see buying and creating value from others' mistakes as a form of exploitation, but I see it as giving neglected or devalued assets, in any industry, new life.
We looked at the performance of the Tribune for the 7 years prior to the time we bought it. During that 7 years, average revenue declined 3% a year.
Jerry Speyer. Jerry Speyer has a similar story to Sam Zell in that both their parents migrated to the US for safety and better life opportunities for their children. Speyer had a very remarkable academic record and finished his degree in an Ivy League school. He first started working in corporate, but what really jump-started his involvement in real estate was his involvement with the company he formed with his father-in-law, Tishman Speyer. But unlike Sam Zell, who built his wealth from the ground up, or what we would like to call right now a self-made billionaire, Jerry Speyer had the advantage of doing business alongside a family that already had a successful real estate business before he even joined, because his wife was the great-granddaughter of the founder of Tishman Realty and Construction Co., Inc. However, this doesn't discredit the fact that Jerry Speyer made a huge contribution to his company's success with his father-in-law and headed notable projects by the company such as the restoration of the Rockefeller Center in New York City. His and his family's involvement in nonprofit organizations, like his work at the New York Presbyterian Hospital, is commendable, so it's not surprising that he is now worth more than $3 billion.
The central bank raised interest rates despite a slowing down of the economy. The growth factor in Brazil is down to less than 1% at this point.
Want to hear more about these billionaires and learn more ways to earn money? Make sure to subscribe to our channel so you get notified for our new videos. Donald Horton. Unlike the first 2 billionaires we talked about, there's not as much information available about Donald Horton himself outside of how he ended up in the real estate business. Horton's family was already somewhat involved in real estate through his father's brokerage business, but initially, Horton took up pharmacy but ended up not finishing the degree. Horton decided that his true passion was in real estate investments and home building. So he founded his own company, Dr. Horton, in the late 1970s. The company was met with success after its first project building homes in Dallas, Texas. His business venture is expected to continue to grow even more in the future due to the state's increasing population. Now, not only is his company successful in Texas, but he also has building projects in several states across the United States. Because of this, Donald Horton is currently worth $4 billion. Stefan Soloviev. Stefan Soloviev is the youngest billionaire on this list, having built an impressive portfolio at only 45 years old. This makes sense given that he had some kind of leverage due to the already successful real estate business that his father built. Although he did start his career in business by working in his father's companies, Stefan had business ideas of his own and saw the earning potential in agriculture as well, so he built his own companies such as Crossroads Agriculture. Now he is managing his agriculture companies and the real estate business Solo Building Company, which he inherited from his father and built the Soloviev Group in 2021. If there is one thing to learn from Stefan, it's that the best thing that you can do to create a distinction between you and your successful parents is to learn what you need to learn from them and then be successful in your own right by applying what you learned to your business ventures. And now, he boasts a $2.3 billion net worth, and here is what he has to say as the secret to most of his success. I say no to everybody. I do things my way, and sometimes it's not that popular.
I probably roll it to December, and sometimes it's inverted and you can take advantage of it. Commodity market, that's where I really got into agriculture that way. And then I saw the value of farming, I learned about farming, and I went at it.
Bob Faith. Robert Bob Faith is one of the co-founders of the highly successful Greystar Real Estate Properties Company. Bob Faith is one of the people who found success despite changing careers because he saw that there wasn't as much demand in the job market for the degree that he finished, petroleum engineering, and saw the potential in doing business instead. Just like Spire, Faith started out working corporate jobs, and he continued to do so even after he built his own company, Greystar. Through the success of Greystar, he acquired more successful real estate ventures like Education Reality Trust and Alliance Residential Company. One of the notable strategies that can be observed about Bob Faith is that even though he stayed true to real estate investments, he still made sure to diversify within the real estate world by dabbling in both industrial and commercial properties. Bob continues to see growth in Greystar and is now worth almost $6 billion. What's the biggest takeaway or lesson that you got after hearing the stories of these billionaires? Did their story also inspire you to start getting into real estate investments? And would you apply what you learned from them in your own business ventures? I would love to hear your opinions, so let me know what you think and join the conversation in the comment section down below.